peoples? What up, live stream peoples? Happy Saturn's Day to the people. You know how we do. Guess they haven't told you I'm in yet. What's up, y'all? Where they at? There they go. Who's that? Super Micah J. What up? There they go. Who was that? Tanisha Cox. Who's that? King Tony. What up? Yoga Yoga. Canadian Kush. What up? Who's that? Negus K. Man, y'all starting to come in now. King Coop. What up? Ishmael Timbo. Nylax Sun. Ted B. What is that? True Mongerlum? Hey, what's up, brother? Hothead Blazing. Randy Lantern. Jay Stahl. What up? Ace of Spade God 777. That's what's up. Ace of Spades, baby. K Mix. Ishmael Timbo. Got you. Oh, Sheila. Faith Ford. Mrs. B. What up? Danielle Dampierre. What's going on to the people? Sphinx Sun, Ray Brown, Ralph McCoy. What up, y'all? What's going on? Miss Jeannie, what up, Michelle? Furley Farlow. I love that. Barbara Sanders. Or Saunders. Barbara Saunders. What up? Wonderful Storm. Trevion Lamont. Reload 14. Just Jason. What up? Abel Bryant. What's going on to the people? Come on in here, y'all. Let's see what we can talk about today. Let's see what we can talk about today. Let's see what we can talk about today. So, let's talk about the elephant in the room. As you can already see, we all good, baby. You see the nicey nice. Courtesy of you people at Urban X. Thanks, shout out to the Urban X fam. Hook me up. Got the nicey nice. It's all embossed. You see the I am cracking right here. Now, let me say this. Appreciate you, Black Dot and Malcolm and Mama Dot and Eli, everybody over there. Because you started the I am campaign. I know you started the I am campaign. And let me just say this. I am the Lord thy God. Let me put mine on the end of that. I am the Lord thy God. I am God. That's where it is. So are you. But there we go. That's my I am campaign. But just so if you didn't know, I am is the call phrase for the Aries, baby. Thank you, Black Dot, y'all. Black Mountain. Hey, man, you started the campaign off with the Aries energy. I love you, brothers. It's so nice too. Oh yeah, look at the hood. You see, you got the hoodie with the embossed on the front. So y'all can get this at shopurbanx.com if y'all want one of these. They got a deal going on right now for the peoples. I think they got 30% off or something like that. So go check them out, urbanx.com. They started the I Am campaign. And like I said, the I Am campaign, that's all with the Aries, baby. You started it off with the Aries. I love you. I know y'all all Virgo over there. But you started off with the Aries. Now, my suggestion is doing a campaign with a hothead blazing. Thank you. I suggest you do a full campaign for all of the astrology signs. Because I starts off with the I am, because I am God. I am the Lord thy God. Then we go to the Taurus with I have. Gemini with I think. Who's after Jen? Cancer with I feel. Leo with I will. Virgo is I analyze. Who's at the Virgo? Libra is I balance. Scorpio is I generate, I think. Got to check me on now. I think it's I generate. What is after? What's after Scorpio? Oh, Sagittarius is I see. Capricorn is, damn, forgot the Capricorn. Oh man, I'm sorry, Capricorns. I forgot the Capricorn. I forgot the Capricorn sign. But then after Capricorn is Aquarius. Aquarius is I know, and then Pisces is I believe. So get the campaign going, Black Deezy. Come on, baby. get the whole astrology campaign going. Started off, you kicked it off with the Aries. You didn't even know, but that's just how it works out. And in the universe, you kicked it off with the God Aries. But go ahead and bring on everybody else on into the God fold. Right now, I'm over here by myself, chilling. Like, ain't nobody over here? I'm in here by myself. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, hook me up with a couple of drinks. I'll just wait for somebody else to get me. Hey, what's up, my nigga? Hey, you ain't. Oh, okay. I'll see you later, though. Yeah, baby. Rocking that I am. I will say this. Yeah, no, this thing is great quality. Now, everybody don't live in cold ass New York. Black Dot and the family, Urban X fam. Everybody don't live in Colorado or Chicago. It's hot as hell. I live in Los Angeles. Right now it's 70-something degrees. So, just saying, might get a little under the collar. What's up, Furious Dabs? Appreciate you. You said, need that Aquarius? I know. That's, hey. Ain't got that. We only got the I am. Hey, I appreciate it too, man. Out here all alone. I'm in the VIP all by myself. Damn, this shit is great. Wish somebody else was in here with me. Shout out to the Urban X fan. Then, if y'all already know, hey, I got a different weed juice this week, everybody. Here it is. This is Cool Water. This is the watermelon, mint, and ginger. This is off the chain. This is my second. This is my favorite before he created these surprisingly sweet. But this one is ridiculous. And just so you know, watermelon and lemon are the two most alkaline things you can eat. They're at a 9 on the alkaline scale, the alkalinity scale. So, boom, watermelon and lemon. So this right here is straight watermelon. This is off the chain. Hook it up, weedjuice.com. Let him know I sent you. Let him know y'all giving him some love, because he need to see it, y'all. So let him know you came over from Real Knockers. You came over to give him some love. Weedjuice.com. Timmy Tight Top. Hey, contribute to the Tight Top Fund right here. Eric Kirkwood, appreciate you. How's your funkin' telly? How's your funkin' telly? So, y'all, then the next what I got is Russell Herbals. I'm doing my cleanse. I'm starting my cleanse Thursday, y'all. Starting my cleanse, and I'm doing it. If y'all seen the Zoet show, y'all seen Dr. Russell Herbals. Starting my cleanse, so make sure y'all, if y'all want to get your cleanse cracking, go ahead. This is the full detox. He got me doing the full detox. I told him I was going to mess with him this year. I do a detox every year for 2 months. So I told him this year I was going to mess with him on the detox. Everybody else, they've been talking crazy. Oh, man, I feel like feel brand new. So we going to do it. So if you want the detox, get over to Russell Herbals, russellherbals.com. Make sure y'all hook that up. He will hook you up. He's been doing this longer than Dr. Sebi. For all you people who y'all know who Dr. Sebi is. He knew Dr. Sebi, and he's been doing this longer than Dr. Sebi. So, just so y'all know, you've been in the game for a while. So going over to drrussellherbals.com. Man, he got me with all kind of man. I got the full bow. I got the blankety blang blangs and and some more blankety blang. Hold up. He got I got the echinacea and this is the antiviral, the mucus cleanse. I mean, boy. Look here, if y'all don't hear from me for a while, blame Dr. Russell. But shout out to Dr. Russell Herbals. Get over there to russellherbals.com. Check him out. And everybody, make sure y'all check out Dom, Lord Dom Superstar from the Jazzmatics. Make sure y'all check out his new stuff. It's on YouTube and Spotify. Make sure y'all check it out. Jazzmatics. That's Matix. Check him out. Y'all know Dummy Dom back when he was with Jack Herrera messing around with John B. Y'all know John B, one of the only white people who can come to the cookout. Y'all know who John B is. Don't talk, baby, just stick it with me. If you do, baby, just stick it with me. Y'all know John B. Dom, John B. They did that Jazzmatics back in the day. He on his own thing, grooving. Make sure y'all check out brother Dom from Jazzmatics. Check it out, y'all. And everybody, if you ordered something from the Know Your Rights Foundation, it's gone. I sent it out before Thanksgiving so that it would be on its way and didn't get caught in the mail. So y'all ordered something. I don't have it. It's in the mail on its way. All right, y'all. Oh, real quick, need a shout out for anybody who's out there. If you're good at jingles or, the Know Your Rights Foundation needs a song. We need a song or a jingle or something that y'all can hook it up. Something that, we need to get out there. We need that energy. Y'all know how songs and jingles do. So if y'all got, if you're a good songwriter, creator, hip hop song, we don't want nothing too crazy because we're the Know Your Rights Foundation. We're a public foundation. So, make sure it's, it has that energy, but, man, hit us up. Who was that? Ace of Spades God. Thank you. Aries gang. That's what up. So, if you're good on the skills, hit us up. Hit me up at realnagas@gmail.com. realnagas@gmail.com. And let me know if you can hook us up. We're taking all people. We're choosing. So hit us up if you got a song for us. All right. Salute to all y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. So you heard your boy Kyrie apologize. Oh, it hurt me, man. It hurt me. But it didn't hurt me because I understand what Kyrie had to do. Kyrie, he had to do that. And the thing is, people are like, well, he apologized, man. He didn't have to bend the knee. Well, he had already apologized, y'all. If y'all didn't know, he literally apologized right when it came out. He sent out that apology on the tweet, whatever, and he had offered to pay $500,000. And they turned it down. We don't need your money, whatever. And so, he had to basically, after all the heat started coming out, and then the league started to see the backlash that was coming, and all the, they were like, oh man, we made this bigger than they thought. They were just going to spank him, bend him over, and spank him, and he was going, I'm sorry, master. And he was gonna bow down and do all of that. Didn't go down like that. They thought they were gonna be able to sick their normal coon, the normal coon gang. Coons are us. They thought they were gonna be able to stick that crew onto Kyrie, or sick that crew onto Kyrie, and he was gonna bow down, and everybody else was gonna follow their lead. Didn't happen like that. Because they started to put out the little 6 things, and it started to look like the buck breaking and all of that. And we jumped on Kyrie's side, and then all them niggas started to pull their asses back. LeBron, Shannon Sharp, all them niggas. Oh, hey, well, we don't necessarily agree with what he did, but I also don't agree that he should be suspended 6 games, right? So all of that started to come out. When all that started to pop off, they started to pull back a little bit. And so, all right, well, let's have some meetings. We'll just meet with us and we'll talk. So we talked with the owner of the Nets, talked with David, what's his name? I'm calling David Stern, but Adam Silver. Met with Adam Silver. Basically, this is all let's change the narrative game. All right, we're going to put the narrative out there. We understand that we kind of maybe went a little bit too far. So we're just going to say that we met with you. We don't believe you're anti-Semitic, and then, you just give the apology in public, because he had already given the apology. Remember that. He had already given the apology, so they were like, yeah, just do it. We just need to see your face. People just need to see your face and just make sure that you're, and again, you guys understand that he has to do this because in Brooklyn, the people who pay to come to them games at the Barclays Center, those are mostly Khazars. Those are mostly the Khazarians who pay to come to them games. So that was the deal he made. And then in his speech, he said basically he can't take it upon himself to put all the problems of the culture and the community on his back, which he can't. He can't do that. He don't need to do that. He's a young cat. He's just coming into knowledge of self. And so until he's fully where he needs to be, to where he can truly articulate his philosophy and feelings, he doesn't need to be taking on the weight of what we should be doing. We can't be putting everybody and say, well, you in the public eye, so it's your duty to be the no. It's your duty to get off your ass and do something. He can help like he already does, and he helps in crazy ways. But for people to think that he's supposed to give up his livelihood and everything else after he had already put himself out there, that's a little bit too much. So I get it, Kyrie. You had already apologized. They wanted you to do it in public, and you was like, "Well, fuck it, I already did it, so let me just do it in public." But, he basically put the ball in our court. He did what he was supposed to do, and Kanye too. Let's not minimize Yeezy, because he's the one who got the whole conversation going, which needed to be had. If we're changing and we're moving into a new energy and a new understanding and consciousness, this was eventually bound to get found under the rug. They swept this shit under the rug for so damn long. Nothing to see. They swept this shit under the rug for so damn long. Somebody came into the house and was like, "Hey, that's a big ass mound. Why that mound got the rug got a big ass mound? What's under that rug? Ain't nothing under that rug, man. What you looking at? Ain't nothing over there, man. That ain't nothing. That's a sculpture that my wife tried to make. She tried to make a rug sculpture, and it was left like that. It ain't nothing under that rug, man. Don't look under there." You're like, "Hold on, I think it's something under that rug over there, man. Let me go look. And Kanye lifted that damn rug, and all of the fuckery that has been going on that whole time of them controlling everything, especially melanated people behind the scenes. Again, the slavery game has never left. It changed hands and then changed form from physical slavery to contract slavery. It was always contract slavery, really. So it went from contract slavery, modern times. I'm talking about modern times, not in history, but modern slavery went from contract slavery, which is indentured servitude, to physical, actual bondage, physical slavery, like involuntary servitude. And then it went back to contract slavery in a certain way when they act like they freed everybody. But that's where it is. Slavery has always been. It's just who controls the contracts? Do you? Do you control the contracts? No, you do not. You're not the maker. You don't make the contract. So you don't have any power within these contracts. Actually, you do. Most people, you just don't know how to contract. So I give you the science of contracting, just real quick, just a little breakdown. So in contracting, you have the offerer legally and the offeree, right? The one who makes the offer, the ones who accept the offer. In contracting, the offeree is the one who has the power in contract. Why? Because you have the power to accept the contract or say no, right? So when all of these sports figures are signing these contracts, they don't really understand that you, at the very minimum, are 70% of the whole industry. Because without your talent, there is no industry. And then they would come and say, well, without the resources, without us facilitating distribution of your talent to the public, to the mainstream, then you wouldn't be able to do that. That's absolute bullshit. See, they made it like that because they control the systems or the vehicles to get to distribute to the public. However, you can learn that. You can learn that. See, this is the bullshit they'll try to make you think, well, if it wasn't for me, nobody would see your damn talent. Nobody would see you dunking on nobody. Nobody would see you juking niggas on the field. If it wasn't for me, shit, you better fucking get on your damn fucking knees and kiss my damn toenail, nigga. Matter of fact, clean my toenail out while you're down there, nigga. I got a little fungus that was bugging me a little while, nigga. But I got you while you're down there. Clean that little fungus up from under my toenail for me, dog. I give you an extra $2 on your contract. That's what they doing. That's literally what they're doing. So, but you can learn the industry. You can learn how to distribute your talent to the public. Especially now, it's so much easier for you to do that, and you don't really need them anymore. That's why they have to really put the clamps down and control this shit, because now when the narrative starts coming out, wait a minute, who really control this shit? Wait a minute. The nigga with the name, the person of the name we can't even say? Wait a minute, why the fuck can't we say your name? Huh? We can't say your motherfucking name? A name that ain't even real, because they don't have J's in Hebrew, so it didn't come from Hebrew. Just so y'all know, anybody who knows ancient Hebrew, and they don't have any J's in Hebrew, so the J-E-W is a made-up term. It's literally fake. It didn't come from their culture, so where'd they get it from? So wait a minute, name that's made up. Name y'all niggas made the fuck up. We can't even speak that shit? And they made it to separate themselves from you, because you can call yourself Hebrew, but if we make up a sect of motherfuckers, we make up a sect of people, totally made up, the name is made up and everything, then y'all can't infiltrate that. You can call yourself this, you may be Hebrew, Semitic, but then how do they do it? They attack you with the term. They attack you. The term is their whole power. Do you understand the illusion of words? Again, grammar, the magical enchantment of words. That's where it came from. It came from grimoire, like the spell book of a witch. Grammar was the first word. Or excuse me, grimoire was the first word, and grammar came from the word grimoire, which means the magical enchantment of words. So this is how they do to you. They don't ever have to explain a word. They can just say a word and label the word this word has this energy, and then apply that word to you, and then boom, all I gotta do is step out of the way and watch the word work. So they say anti-Semitic, right? They never explain really what it means, or they give it a bullshit explaining of someone who was against the J-dubs and who preaches stereotypes. Stereotypes. So that's how they label it. But they'll never come in and say, well, who are the actual people that you're talking about? Let's get into that. Who are the people you're talking about? So you got to start taking the power out of the word. Whenever they start saying that, go dive onto the word, because that's the word that they're using the word as a power, literally a wand. that word is a wand that they could just and they can throw that wand anywhere, and as soon as they label you that, you niggas, oh shit, what? And what? you go running and hiding like a motherfucker. So, but you got to take the power out of the word. Words are nothing, and they're everything if you give them power. So anti-Semite, then you can break down who the Semitic people are. That deals with everybody from Shem. All those lines are supposed to be from Shem, which again is not a real story. It's a story. It goes back to the dude who everybody remember, all the sons of Noah. Noah is not the real dude. There was a dude named Utnapishtim who lived in Sumer. That was his actual name. And the story of the flood came way before Noah. Utnapishtim. Go back to the Gilgamesh epics, the Enuma Elish, tablets of creation, all of those. That tells about the flood and all that shit. So those stories go back 1,000 years before y'all niggas, before they talking about it in the Bible. So, but they're gonna take the stories and they're gonna claim the position of the people within these stories. And then you, because you don't really know your history, well, you didn't. Now it's starting to come to the forefront. You're starting to become aware and conscious. Now we got to cut that off because we've taken that spot. Hey, nigga, it's musical chairs. You know, nigga, when the music go off, nigga, if you ain't got your chair, nigga, fuck. You know the game. We got all the chairs. Get your ass back over there in the room, nigga, till the music start playing again. No. No. The game has changed. We're gonna flip this whole game. Fuck this musical chairs game. We're not doing that game. Don't play their game. So all of that stuff is made to keep the power system in play, right? But it's coming out of that structure. Their whole thing is, if you read Sun Tzu, a lot of you needs to read Sun Tzu. One of the rules of Sun Tzu is if you are strong, then appear weak. Right? That's a war tactic. That is a war tactic. One of the war tactics from Sun Tzu. If you're strong, appear weak. If you're weak, appear strong. Same thing, vice versa. So who always appears to be the weakest people in society? Always claiming, going back to that one little incident that we don't know, the numbers could be quite skewed on. But who always claiming victims the whole time? The weakest, oh my God, we were this, and oh my God, we didn't need to go back and please pay homage, and they so many atrocities were committed to these people. You ain't the only people who had some shit done to you. Why do we always have to motherfucking play like whatever happened to them is the greatest atrocity in the history of the universe? You see, because the biggest victim, you don't put an eye on the victim. And also remember, when you understand and you find out who the power structure is, when you find out, say, oh, those are the niggas in power, then you know who to go after to change the system. So they'll be like, they need to remain hidden at all costs, because you can speak truth to power. But if you don't know what the power is, you can't speak truth to that power. So that's what that is. And then you saw the Hebrew Israelites, they showed up for Kyrie big time. They showed up for him at the damn game big time. Off the chain. And that's what we need to start doing, organized. And they tried to say, oh, it was 100. It was only 100 Hebrew Israelites. Man, please, that looked like 1,000 dudes out there, at least. Riding. That's what we talking about. Organized, though, not just out there in a big crowd screaming, free Kyrie, yeah, Kyrie, and all that. No, those brothers was in line. They had a cadence. They had a fucking like a marching order. That looked like the Malcolm X movie when they went to go get Brother Johnson out of jail. No, we're Brother Johnson. We need to see Brother Johnson now. Make him leave. Nope, not till we see Brother Johnson. So that's Kyrie's Brother Johnson at this point. And they rolled out there for Kyrie. So shout out to them, because they need to know that you have unity. The only reason they can do whatever they want to is because they're more unified than you and organized. They're more organized and unified. If somebody does something, then they all come smashing on you. The ADL, which is the Mossad, that's the intelligence agency over in Israel. That's really who they are. They are made to stomp out any opposition or negative press narrative against Israel and the Khazars. That's what they are made there for. Again, that's why I say we need one of our own. We need our own anti-defamation league. Somebody need to get that going. I would do it, but I got too much oars in the fire already, too much irons in the fire. So somebody need to get that popping. But shout out to the brothers who came there and they supported, and that scared the shit out of them. That scared the shit out of them. They cool all day when you niggas are disorganized and nigga, you shouting, you screaming bullshit or chaotic stuff that that can be dispelled with hate speech. Oh, that's just hate speech and rhetoric. No, but when you out there and you marching and looking organized and you ain't bugging nobody and you just preaching your message, they don't want to see that, because that people see that and they like, hey, that's dope. And then that sparks something in other people. But when you out there just, hey, yeah, nigga, what the fuck you need, Kyrie? Woo, woo. That's cool. That's an emotional thing that may spark somebody an emotion real quick to maybe talk about it or share that. But when they see you organized, I'm telling you, organization is godly. It's universal. It's the underlying principle of manifestation. You have the chaotic and then you have the organized. Everything in this organized world comes from the chaos, the primordial void, but now we're in this physical realm. So organization, everything that you see has a pattern, has an organization to it, except niggas. I don't mean nagas, I mean niggas. That's the lower vibration of naga. And so unless you get on the same plane and do the same shit they're doing, you're never gonna gain any grounds. They have that, and that's a science. That's a universal law in science. Organization, you have organs. Do you understand? In your body, these things are autonomous, that you don't have to tell your heart what to do. You don't have to tell your kidneys what to do. You don't have to tell your spleen or anything what to do. They are all working on their own, all for the good of who? You, your body. All working autonomously. No, none of them. The heart ain't got to tell the kidneys what to do. The kidneys ain't got to tell the spleen what to do, or the colon what to do. Everybody knows their job, and they're doing it, and they're all working for the good of the body, which is you, the total body. Get with the universal law, as above, so below. That's what that means. It's easy as shit. However nature is doing shit, copy that. That's literally what it means. Literally what that means. As above, so below. All that means is, hey, whatever's out there in nature, do that shit. Or whatever's out there in nature is also within you. So mimic it in its actions. So, till you niggas get organized, ain't shit gonna happen to you niggas. I'm just saying. And then again, the coon squad, I like to call them. So we're making you know how they have the Mount Rushmore, and we should never be talking about Mount Rushmore because that's some land they stole of yours, the Aboriginals, and put 4 Caucasian motherfuckers up on a goddamn mountain in Aboriginal land. But y'all be talking about who's on your Mount Rushmore. Well, I got a Mount Coonmore. Damn it. I got a Mount Coonmore. And more, M-O-O-R, Mount Coonmore. Who is on your Mount Coonmore? I'm about to name a few that's on mine, and it ain't restricted to 4. There's a few niggas on this, or a few coons on my Mount Coonmore. Let me just start riding. Let me start naming. Conceptual Elixirs, LLC. Appreciate you, brother. So, number 1, I'm gonna say is Kareem Abdul Coonbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar. So he been cooning for a minute. And he was one of the main ones who was a rider against the system back in the day. When they tried to do what they did to Muhammad Ali and all the rest of the athletes in the 60s. He was up there riding. This nigga's old now. He ain't got no fight left in him. He just want to be remembered by the system. And so I got to be nice to these niggas. If I want to be remembered properly, before I check up out of here, I got to kiss some ass. I got to clean some fungus out of the toenail while I'm bending the knee. That's the new shit, nigga. You cleaning fungus out of the fucking man's toenail, nigga, while you bend on the bended knee. So Kareem, that's one. Charles Barkley, you already know Charles Barkley. That nigga, that nigga, he should be on the list by himself. Stephen A. Smith. Come on now, that nigga's almost the king of Mount Coonmore. Shaquille Coon Neal, or Shaquille Coon Neal. We'll call him that. All these niggas trying to backtrack too after a minute, but Shaquille Coon Neal shitting on Kyrie for texting or tweeting a link when you showed the actual video in your own goddamn in your own movie theater. So that's for Shaq. Who else we got? We got D.L. Coonley, formerly known as D.L. Hewley, but D.L. Coonley. We got Clarence Thomas. Everybody know him. He's the grandfather Coon. Got Shannon Sharp with Skip, Fannin and Skip. Now where your army at, Kyrie? Where your army at? You supposedly had an army behind you. Where you at? Well, you saw his army. Coon nigga. Coon and Sharp. But yeah, Shannon Sharp's on that list. Who we got? Stephen from Django. That's the archetype. Stephen from Django is the archetype. I got Larry Elder. Y'all probably don't know who that is, but type in Larry Elder. He just looked like a coon right off from Eric Adams, the New York mayor. You on Mount Coonmore for sure, my nigga. You be faking. Stacey Abrams. Oh, she's the Stacey Abrams. Oh, girl, you on there. Who we got? Joy Reid. Oh, she trying to look like she Caucasian with blonde hair and everything. Joy Reid. Oh, she is the she designed the blueprint for the Mount Coonmore. We got Malika Andrews. We already know Malika Andrews. Oh shit. Jamel Hill. Jamel Coon Hill on top of Coon Hill. That's how we're gonna say. Jamel on top of Coon Hill. An honorable mention is Jason Whitlock. Sylvester Johnson, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We got Jason Whitlock, but he just came in and he was riding for Kyrie this last couple weeks, so he may move out of the Coonmore if he do a few more things. But who's on your Mount Coonmore? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Who is on your Mount Coonmore? And then the anti-Khazar rhetoric is ramping up real quick. There's a Khazar teacher out here in Los Angeles. Now, check this out. She's a comedian. And she, you say Dr. Dre is a coon? Really? Oh, man, what Dr. Dre do? No! Obama, for sure. My bad. Obama. Who we got? Herschel Walker? Okay, I'll give you Herschel. Herschel Walker, for sure. But there's a teacher in Los Angeles. She's a Khazarian teacher. The J-E-Dub. And the J-E-Dub-ish. And she's a comedian, and she talks about being Khazarian in her comedy. She basically self-deprecates. She shits on herself or her culture, for the funny. And then, and like I said, this is Kanye who got this going. So y'all better, man, seriously, we gotta put some more respect on Kanye's name, or Ye's name, I should say. I'll give you that one. Because he opened the conversation. He opened the doors to the conversation. And now, because of social media, it ain't being let go. Excuse me, with all the memes and little shorts that's being cut and repushed, replayed out there, or reshared, man, you're starting to see it constantly over and over and over and over again, right? Al Sharpton, that's right. Oh, my bad. Al Sharpton, he sure is. Coon, oh man, Coon 101. Al Sharpton, my bad. Hey, sorry, Al. You right there on the Mount Coonmore, dog. But so this teacher, she's a 4th grade teacher. So like I said, Kanye opened the door to this. So she came and she said, she accused her students, her 4th grade students, of quoting Kanye and defending her heritage. She said they came in and they said, "Are you J-E-W-ish, right? J-E-W-ish?" And she was like, "Yes." And then she said, this is why, now I think she lying her ass off. Because what 4th graders would say this after she said that? Well, that's concerning. What 4th grader do you know use the word concerning? Oh, that's quite concerning. These little 80-year-old kid and as an 80-year-old man in a little 4th grade body. Are you So that's quite concerning for us. We have a problem with that. And then she asks him why and all that. And then she goes, well, we heard it in Kanye. We heard it in a Kanye song, right? So she's trying to, again, this is the media. This is the Khazarian media trying to ramp up the rhetoric that whatever he's saying is anti-Semitic. It's ramping up anti-Semitic, acts or whatever activity against their community. This is how they're gonna try to. This is how they're gonna try to use this. This is how they're gonna try to fight, y'all. They see y'all niggas ramping up and you getting serious and you getting woke and y'all fighting back and you sharing this and that, but they gonna play the victim to the end. She said she felt fucking threatened. She said she felt threatened. Cause some fourth graders, they didn't threaten her, they just asked her what she was. But she felt threatened, y'all. From the fourth graders asking her question. And that's how you can extrapolate that to that entire community. Whenever you ask the question that they don't want to answer, oh my God, why are you hurting me? Why are you attacking me? That's they play. You attacking them when you question them. So that's why you can never question, right? So the fourth graders, you got fourth graders now they're calling terrorists because they asking questions. You ain't supposed to be asking that. Now, again, if you go look at the report, she sounded like she was lying her ass off. Because I don't know no fourth grader who used the word, that's concerning. What fourth grader you know talk like that? That's quite concerning. None. Zero. Sorry. And so basically they're going to start ramping up the re-indoctrination in the schools. See, this is what that's for. Because now if you get Kanye or Ye's rhetoric, what they'll call rhetoric, but what his revelation, I'll call it, his revelation is it's causing children to be awakened and ask questions. So they're going to call it using hurt speech. That is causing children to use hurt speech, right? So they're going to start giving the children in the schools the Khazarian rounds. You know how they take them. They're going to start a form of that in the schools because they got to get their minds young. They're starting to fight back against us? They're starting to fight back against us? Oh, shit. Well, fourth grade. We get them at the fucking fourth grade level. Let's go to fourth grade. Boom. Story comes out. Fourth graders attack a teacher by asking her damn heritage. And boom, what you gonna start seeing? Khazarian doctrine being pushed through the schools now on why they need to be able to respect this culture and who these people are, and then indoctrinating these kids into thinking that these people are this true heritage and you are not. See, they don't ever want to answer those questions, start doing the history. They don't never deny nothing. You see, they didn't deny anything Kanye said. They didn't deny anything he said or anything really in the damn documentary. They haven't denied anything in the documentary other than the fact that it's hate speech. That's the only thing they label it. But they haven't denied anything. You haven't denied. You don't want to challenge anything in the nothing? Oh, got a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 375, 523, 620. No, nothing. We're all the way down. We got 945 points in this documentary. You don't want to challenge anyone? No. Oh, who was that? Eagle Eyes Readings. Thank you. Man, appreciate y'all up in here. I appreciate y'all on this Saturday's Day. Thank y'all. Thank everybody hitting that super chat. Man, thank you so much. So the indoctrination of the children, your children, because this is going to be in the melanated hood. You're just going to be in the melanated communities because that's where this came out. Yo, Isaiah Jones, thank you, brother. You said, tell him smack that. Yeah, hit that like, my bad. Hit that damn like button. How many of y'all in there? It's 588. It's only 299 likes. Stop coming in here ear hustling. And I said, wipe your feet on the rug. They was right. Take your shoes off. You're right. I actually don't allow people to wear shoes in my house. So I should have said that. But so take your goddamn shoes off before you come in the damn house. That's hitting that like button. Stop ear hustling, people. Show that support. But so watch out for your children. This is why you got to start homeschooling, y'all. Because if they have them captive for 6-7 hours a day, they're able to program them. Even if you are really good at the deprogramming when you get home, some of that shit gets in. Because a lot of it is social engineering. So if a lot of the kids are doing a lot of this stuff, if they're taking it up, if a lot of the other kids around them are taking it up, they want to be like the other kids. So boom, I want to be like the other people. So I don't want to be left out. So boom, you see how it goes? So again, be aware of what's going on in them schools. Excuse me, what's going on in those schools, because the indoctrination is starting to come. They see they have lost the narrative with us. We're starting to be awake. So now they got to go all the way back to when we kids again to put us asleep. And to make us even think that saying something against that, to even question it, is hate speech. And we're wrong and you wrong. And boy, and trust, that's going to get to a lot of those kids. So do your diligence and deprogram. You see, Google won't even let Kanye share. Google won't let nobody share the Kanye Drink Champs episode. Did y'all see that? You can't share the episode on Google. Like if you try to go to Google Drive and share it, like so you downloaded it off of YouTube. You try to go to Google Drive to send it to somebody, Google Drive will delete it out of your shit. They'll tell you that you can't send it. It violates their policy. How are you looking at my damn? They're going through everything in your files, y'all. And so Google will pull that out, and there is crazy censorship on another level. And you saw how the Khazar shut down Arsenio Hall back in the day when he had Farrakhan on. So you see the power structure, but that was back then when they had way more power. Right now, they don't have as much power because they don't have power over the narrative like they did. See, we couldn't get out there and put that in the street that they canceled Arsenio because he let Farrakhan talk. I mean, and he let him talk. When I mean, if y'all go back and look at that interview, if you can find it, he let him talk. And they were trying to cut to commercial. They were trying to cut to commercial on him, and Arsenio said, no, stay on him right here. He said, stay on him. We not gonna cut to commercial. Wait a minute, what? Not only do you have a nigga on the show, but you about to cut the money for this nigga to talk? Oh, nigga, hey, somebody get this nigga. hey, come get this nigga. Yeah, that was crazy, nigga. You did two sacrilegious things. You fucking had Farrakhan on talking some real knowledge, and you cut money to do it. Oh, nigga, they was gonna kick your ass, nigga. You should have known they was gonna whoop your ass. But that's been the power structure. It's falling. But you have to keep the pressure on. And don't let them re-indoctrinate the children. Don't let them go in there with that Holocaust bullshit and all this and that. Your ancestors got way more Holocaust and atrocities that's happened. You can throw it. Well, y'all niggas got that. Well, nigga, we got this, we got that, we got this. Oh yeah, nigga, we got this too. Oh, nigga, I forgot about that shit, right? You can throw all of that at them when they start to pull that out of the closet, right? Oh, well, we have the, we were put in, we have the Holocaust. You're like, wait a minute, what? That's all you got, nigga? Just that? Nigga. You start pulling out everything. So, and then really quick, I told y'all about how the whole thing is about the hidden history of the Scythians. I hope y'all been doing your history on the Scythians. Please, please, please start doing your history on the Scythians. Get that book, The Dragon Legacy. Charles R. Thank you. Man, everybody hitting that like button so nice. Appreciate y'all, man. The Dragon Legacy, it has a whole chapter in there called The Scythians and Druids. and it talks about that history. But the movies that they used to show this in, go back to the 80s, go look at, because I forgot all about these movies, because I was thinking, like, why don't they show any Scythians in movies today? But they do, they just don't call them that. They don't do it, they do it rarely now. But back in the 80s, just so you guys know, start watching a lot of movies from the 80s, because the 80s, that 10-year period had those movies, and especially in Hollywood, you had so many Masons making movies in the 80s. They were putting all that symbolism in those movies in the 80s. Crazy symbolism in the 80s movies. Promise you, go back and look at those movies, just dropping fucking knowledge all fucking day. Now, Conan the Barbarian was a movie that I used to watch back in the day, right? Y'all know Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Barbarian with the sword and all that bullshit. So the Barbarian, so I started thinking about this. I'm like, wait up. How come I haven't seen any movies with the Scythians? But then the Scythians were known as the Barbarians, right? So let me go see these Barbarian movies. What movies can I find with Barbarian? And so I went back. I was like, there was one movie. So I thought about Conan with, if you've seen Conan with, what's his name? James Earl, not James. So there's two Conan movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Conan the Barbarian and then Conan the Destroyer. I used to watch the second one a lot more. That's the one with Wilt Chamberlain. So y'all should watch that one too. But all the symbolism is in the first movie. So in that first movie, he's Conan the Cimmerian. Not Sumerian from Sumer, the Cimmerian. Cimmerian. Cimmerian, right? Where is that? That's right in the Ukraine, right in that region near the Black Sea, right above. Who is that? Charles Walker. Thank you, man. So he's Conan the Barbarian from the Cimmerian, right? So that's the ancient land of Crimea. So Crimea, what Crimea is today, the ancient land, or the name for it, was the Cimmerian or Cimmeria. So I'm like, oh shit. So the Cimmerians were a certain part of the Scythians. They were like Western Scythians. So you had Western Scythians, and then you had some Scythians who were in the middle part of the steppes, and then you had the Eastern Scythians. So who was that? Roderick Roche. Thank you, brother. He said, tardy to the party. Hey, as long as you're here. So the Middle Scythians were called the Massagetæ, right? And then the Eastern Scythians were called the Saka, like in The Last Airbender, Avatar: The Last Airbender. The two people from the tribe, the Water Tribe. One of them is named Sokka. But that's set in the Eastern. That's set in the East. That whole storyline is set in the East. That's all Eastern philosophy, martial arts and shit like that. So that's why he's Sokka. So in the movie, Conan is joined by two Asian Scythians, the Saka. He's joined by the people from the Saka tribe. And so these are different Scythians. Now remember, the Scythians were these tall, blonde, blue-eyed cats, or redhead, blue-eyed, or green-eyed, right? So that was the major pit or a hub of the Scythians, right? But then you had some who had different colored hair, some had curly red hair, stuff like that. Go check that movie out. So in that movie, James Earl Jones is really part of the Scythians who's a part of the upper. I told you last week, about the white Scythians and black Scythians. Like, so there were Scythians who ran everything. They were in the upper class, and Scythians in the lower class. James Earl Jones was the leader of the Scythians, of these white Scythians. They were literally skin white or Caucasian, but they were the upper class of Scythians. And their symbol was these two snakes that came around like that, right? That was their symbol. Same symbol of the Scythians back in the day. So he's rolling. He the only nigga in this whole goddamn tribe or whatever, this whole group of motherfuckers. He's the only melanated person. Everybody else is redhead or blonde or like a dirty blonde, like brown. Oh, thanks, James. Appreciate you, brother. So this is really important. Oh shit. So sorry, I'm knocking my cord out. So this is really important. So now James Earl Jones, basically he's raiding, he's doing raids on the lower or the lower class Scythians. That's when he kidnaps. If you haven't seen the movie, I'm about to give some spoilers real quick. He kidnaps Conan, right? How the Moors would go and kidnap the Caucasians. So also remember, these Slavs and all those people are all in that area. They're all a part of the Scythians. Also, the Slavs are the ancient ancestors of the Slavs are the Scythians as well. So Slav, that's where you get the word slave, right? So this brother Moor comes riding in and he starts taking up slaves, which was a boy slave. He killed everybody, most of the people in the village, and he took up the boy slave, which was Conan, and made him work. Made him work, right? So then Conan became all super swollen shit because he had a nigga pushing stone or whatever. He became all swole. Then he became a champion. He became their slave champion. They would fight him against other cats. And he went and learned the sword, how to fight the sword from the Saka Scythians, the Asians. They taught him how to battle with the sword like an Asian cat. So this shit is, the symbolism in this motherfucker is crazy. Guess who wrote the movie? Oliver Stone. Oliver Stone is a heavy Mason. If y'all don't know, Oliver Stone is a super Mason. So he knows all of this shit. So in there, so when he kills everybody, right? So we're gonna cut the movie short. So towards the end of the movie, Conan has to go, on his travel, he comes across a Scythian king who says that James Earl Jones stole his daughter, basically kidnapped his daughter, right? He's going around kidnapping white folks. And that's what the Moors did. They would kidnap children and the women. So this Moor kidnapped the king's daughter and took him to his, what they call this cult, right? So his cult was the serpent cult. He had this, he would go to this temple and he had this giant snake, this super giant snake that was bigger than like 3-4 men. And he was in there, they would sacrifice people to the snake in this pit. So also the symbolism was the eye, right? There was a symbolism of an eye with rays coming out of the eye. And then they had a jewel called the eye of the serpent. Now remember, I told you the dragon is eye or clear sight. So all your symbolism about clear sight, this nigga being the serpent, and he had knowledge. He would talk. He was the only one who could talk with any type of intelligence. Like that's why he was ruling everything. He had the total control, right? So they kidnapped the white girl. They go to try to rescue the white girl, the daughter, the princess or whatever. And she didn't want to leave. She was like, oh, nigga, I'm good. She was like, hey, nigga, hey, tell my pops I'm good, dog. Hey, I'm chilling with the Moor. That nigga, he good. So that's what was going on. Again, so you had the Moors kidnapping the Caucasians, turning them into slaves, and that nigga even said that. He said, he called them his slaves. He said, he called them their servants, but servant, Latin is slave. So he said, why were you messing with my servants? He was the only nigga there. Everybody else Caucasian. He's literally the only nigga in the whole movie. Everybody else is Caucasian, and all those people were his servants, his slaves. So then finally when he gets ready to kill the nigga, at the end, and also this nigga had snake arrows. He would shoot arrows from a bow and arrow that was a snake, and it would stiffen up like an arrow, and he would shoot motherfuckers, and the snake would go. So this nigga was literally like killing you with consciousness, knowledge. That's the symbolism, right? So then at the end, y'all need to see this shit. At the end of the movie, they're at the temple. It looks like a Kemetan temple. This nigga is wearing the Kemetan headdress, the Namuz. They call it the Nemez, but the Namuz, and he's wearing that shit. And so it has on the top of the thing, it has the symbol of snakes intertwined and going like this. Then this nigga, James Earl Jones, turns into a snake in the headdress. As he's in the Egyptian headdress, that nigga turns into a serpent. An actual snake. You see the nigga eyes go like a snake and then his mouth start coming out. This nigga transforms into a serpent. Blatant fucking symbolism. This nigga's in the Egyptian headdress and he's the serpent, the Uraeus. And this nigga was breaking off all kind of knowledge to these niggas. So then check this shit out. So he tells him when Conan goes to kill the nigga, he meets up with him, and James Earl Jones doesn't fight him. He turns to him and he says, look, this is what he said to the nigga. This is how you know. This is how you know. And then funny how this nigga has the same part. He has the same role in Star Wars. This is what this nigga said. This is what he quoted. He said, "My child, you have come to me, my son. For who now is your father? For if it is not me, who gave who gave you? Wait, he said, oh, who gave you the will to live? I am the wellspring from which you flow. When I am gone, you will have never been. What would your world be without me, my son?" Motherfucker! Did y'all hear that shit? Let me just say this one more time. I don't think y'all heard this nigga who got nothing but white people, white slaves, like the Moors, used to kidnap. This nigga says, "My child, you have come to me, my son. For who now is your father? For if it is not me, who gave you the will to live? I am the wellspring from which you flow. When I am gone, you will never have been. What would your world be without me, my son?" That's what he told that nigga. And now you think they don't know where the fuck they come from and who history they taking over and all the rest of this? They know you the dragon. It's right there in the damn movie. But they'll claim that the Scythians, which were predominantly a Caucasian, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, red-haired, green-eyed race, or, sect of people, they'll claim that those were the true dragons. But in that movie, they show where he got the knowledge. And it's nothing but serpents. So in the temple, there's a serpent, there's the eye, and then there's fire. There's a fire pit. So all three symbols of enlightenment. The serpent enlightenment, the fire, there's a serpent statue holding a fire pit, and then the eye with beams of light coming out from around the eye. If y'all don't know, man, y'all don't know who the fuck y'all are. They absolutely know, and they've been using this shit forever, knowing this. And you have no idea that they would put it blatantly in a damn... See, y'all, they know you're symbol illiterate. You guys have to start getting symbol literate. That's how you're going to find out your history. They know that if they can hide everything through symbolism, you'll never figure that shit out. Like, this is symbolism here. This is symbolism. So, if y'all don't get on it, and like I said, they're organized, which is the main reason they can do most of the stuff they do. And if we don't get on that same plane, which is law and finance, we have to get embedded into this law and finance game, y'all. I just want to give a real breakdown real quick of why it's so important for you to learn the law. I'll talk about it at the beginning, at the end of this stuff, and I maybe talk about sometimes through. But again, guys, you need to understand the law is something that you created. You created law, the system of law. Even the system, even like the school system, all of it, you created all of these systems of education and learning. So for you not to understand or to be apathetic to learning the rules to the game, that shit's on your history. The law is like a shield and sword that's literally laying right beside you. When the popo come up and they start smacking you up, tasing your ass and shooting you and all this and that, and you got a shield and sword right on the side of you, and you don't pick it up. This is picking it up. Google the law. But y'all won't do that. Just something that's simple. We got close to 100 people in the Know Your Rights Foundation that we teaching the law for free. And they loving it. They didn't understand how easy it was, but not how easy it was, but how interesting it is. Learning the law, learning what you can do, and how you can smack the system up. That's some empowering shit, y'all. You don't get it. I use this phrase, I use this analogy all the time, telling you guys about what it's like to know the law is kind of like telling somebody who grew up in the desert for 50 years, who's never seen anything but the desert, scorpions and snakes and sand hills and sandstorms, nothing but that. And then you say, hey man, you ever heard of Hawaii? They'd be like, what the fuck is Hawaii? Man, Hawaii is this great place. It got oceans and green trees and waterfalls and fish and flying colored birds and woo-de-woo. And they be like, get the fuck out of here. Ain't no place called Hawaii with no damn birds and water. And he would truly believe that. But there is a place called Hawaii with all of those things. But that person would have to take the journey. They've been embedded in the desert for so damn long that there's no way that you could change their mind other than to take them on the journey to make them see that. And that's what you guys have to do with the law. Y'all been beaten down with the law. It's been nothing but a way to keep you under the thumb of the system, or to keep you oppressed for so long. Y'all don't understand. There's another oasis side to the law. There's a Hawaii paradise side to the law when you learn the law and you come out on the other side. But I can't show that to you. You have to go through that in order to understand that. Y'all niggas have been in the desert. Y'all got the dry car, the sand throat. Yeah, right. Y'all been drinking glasses of sand for so long, and shells and fucking shit. Y'all don't have any idea of what real paradise is. But that is the law. I promise you, you're in a system that is ruled by laws. And unless you learn those rules and those laws, you are going to be defeated by them. But when you learn them, you learn how to manipulate them, how to bend them to your will, how to take advantage of them. That is a fact. And I go back to the case. Let me go back. Let me just ask you a few questions real quick. See if y'all know this. Does the police have to read you your rights when they arrest you? Most of y'all be like, yep. You got the right to remain silent. What else, nigga? I heard it on the TV the other day. You got the right to remain silent. You got the right to an attorney. You can't afford an attorney. Won't be appointed to you by the court. And there's some other shit in there. That's supposed to be your Miranda rights, right? That's what's called your Miranda rights. I left some stuff out, but I'm just playing. I'm did it as a joke. But you guys know your Miranda rights. They don't have to read you your rights. Did y'all know that? When a police officer arrests you, they don't have to read you your rights. They only have to read you your rights when they want to question you after they arrest you. That's why you should never talk to police before they arrest you. Or after they arrest you, unless there's an attorney there. That's why when the police come up, they'll be like, hey, so where you coming from? Oh, we just coming from dinner. Oh, okay, nice. You have a nice dinner? Oh man, it was great. We had some steak, woo woo. Oh, nice. You guys, yeah, did you have to drink? You have anything to drink? You have any alcohol to drink? Oh, you had one glass of wine or whatever. Oh, okay. Because I kind of smelled a little odor coming from the car there, You mind if we give you a quick breathalyzer or give you a quick sobriety test and see how that one thing leads to another? That's why you don't answer questions. You never answer questions. That's a trick. They can ask you anything they want before they arrest you without it being against the law. That's why they try to act like they're your friend. They try to get your defenses down, and then they try to hit you with a million questions. Yeah, man, and they try to throw themselves into it. Oh, man, I love the Raiders, man. Oh, yeah, man, but it's a hard season. It's a hard season for us. They, you thinking, oh, this dude is regular. Holy shit, this nigga just like me. Yeah, you start talking and boop, 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 and bam. You done threw yourself in jail. Because they don't give a shit about what you're talking about. They're trying to get probable cause to arrest you. Oh, Carol, appreciate you. I can't see these whole ones when they come through like that. But Carol, thank you. So that's what they're trying to do. That's one of the questions. What is something called, what is the fruit of the poisonous tree? Have you guys ever heard of that? Fruit of the poisonous tree. Y'all don't even know what that is. And they're like, hey, what the fuck, nigga? You mean you mean like a rotten pear, nigga? Nope. I mean, fruit of the poisonous tree is basically if a police officer arrests you and they did it unlawfully, meaning they didn't have a right to stop you or anything, they had no reasonable suspicion or probable cause to arrest you from the jump, anything they find illegal can be thrown out. Right out the damn window. Case in point, I've given this example before. There's a brother named Lopez Soto. Look up the case, United States versus Lopez Soto. Lopez Soto was traveling in California, through California, with almost 900 pounds of weed. The police pulled him over because he thought he didn't have his registration. He had his registration, it was just in the front. But when the police pulled him over, he told him to look in the window for the registration. When the police looked in the window, he saw some foil on the ground. He lifted up, he saw all the weed packed in the car, arrested Lopez Soto, all of that. Lopez Soto then came to find out Lopez Soto did have his registration and he was pulled over unlawfully. The case got thrown out. And he was arrested with 900 pounds of weed. See what knowing the law do? That's that right there. What is breaking the plane? Do y'all know what breaking the plane is? Y'all never heard of that either. When the police pulls you over and you roll your window down, they say, hey, roll your window down so they can get your stuff. They can get your information. If a police officer at any point in time does this, so breaking the plane is, so where your window is, right here, wherever that ledge is, that's called the plane. If a police officer puts his hand in the car over that door, over your door, where the window is, where the window is rolled down, if they put their hand, any part of their hand or arm inside the car, that's breaking, that's against the law. That's a violation of your Fourth Amendment rights. That's termed an unlawful search and seizure. If they just put their hand in the car. So even if you hand them your license and they reach inside the car to get your license, that's called breaking the plane. That's a violation of the law. See, y'all don't know this little stuff, huh? Just something that little. If they finger is over the damn door, that's called breaking the plane, and they violated your Fourth Amendment rights. And then, can a police officer pat you down when they pull you over? When they pull you over and they tell you to get out of the car, and they pat you down and see if you got any weapons? Is that legal? Because they do it every time. Especially the melanated people. If they pull you out of the car, they're gonna throw you up against the car real quick, and they say, oh, we're gonna pat you down for me and my safety of me and my officers. Is that legal? Hell to the no. It was. It was legal up until 2009. Then a new case called Arizona versus Johnson said that they can't do that unless they suspect you have a gun and you're dangerous with that gun. Not only that you have to have a gun, they need to show that you are dangerous with the gun. I mean, you had it out, brandishing it, pointed at somebody, threatening somebody with it. If you're not doing that, they can't search you. They can't pat you down, not search, going in your pockets. I mean, pat you down. See, these are things that just simple things that knowing the law would give you an advantage over the police over, but you don't know stuff like that. But again, you got to get in the game. So if y'all want to know your rights, get on over to Know Your Rights Foundation .org. We're teaching you the law for free. We can teach you everything you need to know about traffic stop, police stop law, but we can't motivate you. So get your butts on over there, sign up and volunteer, because you got to get in the game, or else you're not, you're going to get left behind, period. All right, y'all. So did you hear about, I want to talk about this real quick. So David Stern, there's a report. I talked about the WEF, the World Economic Forum, and how they controlling everything. And this goes back, I should have talked about this earlier when we was talking about the NBA. But how their corporations, how they control, they have control over everything. The David Stern used to go to the World Economic Forum meetings. So the WEF, again, whose major plan and plot is globalization. That's their main plot. They have been working subversively through these corporations for the longest time. And bam, David Stern has been over there. Now there's I suggest you guys go watch this podcast. It's the Etan Thomas podcast. I don't know the name of it, but it's Etan Thomas. He used to be a basketball player in the NBA. And on this podcast a couple days ago, he had Craig Hodges and Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, who was named Chris Jackson, in the league before. And so these two cats were canceled in the league because Craig Hodges, when the Bulls, he used to play for the Bulls with Michael Jordan, one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. When they went to the White House, he slid the president a note on the problems with black people and what he needed to do. That's what's up. This is your only chance. This is your only stage. He wrote that letter. He wrote a list of grievances for the melanated people, for the community, and he gave it to the president. Shout out to Craig Hodges on that one. And then, so they blackballed him for that, obviously. And then Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, he refused to pledge allegiance to the flag because he said, "I only pledge allegiance to God." And that's when he had just turned from Chris Jackson to being Muslim. He said, "I only pledge allegiance to God." And so they blackballed him because he wouldn't do it. This nigga be at when they be doing the Pledge of Allegiance, he'd be doing this. He'd be praying to Islam just like that. He wasn't hey, shout out to Chris Jackson too. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. He's still Chris that he was off the chain with that 3-point shot was off the chain, baby. But go check out that podcast. Those are two super intelligent brothers breaking off how that system is controlled by those Khazars. And that's where he broke down how David Stern was at one of those meetings, was at one of the World Economic Forum meeting. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf broke that off. But they know this whole thing. Craig Hodges talked about this book. Craig Hodges said, y'all need to go get this book. And that's when you will truly know what's popping. I was like, oh shit, Craig Hodges. Oh shit, baby. Craig Hodges is in the game. He know what's popping. So this book right here, you said you need to get that. You'll know what's in the game. So those brothers, it's a great podcast. They're really breaking off a whole lot, especially behind the scenes, because they've been involved in the upper echelon of society because they rich. But go check that out real quick. That's the Etan Thomas podcast, and the one with Mahmoud Abdul Rauf and Craig Hodges. Then, so check this out. Let me see. So, did y'all see the video of the Caucasian teacher who told his melanated students that he believed the white race is better? Did y'all see that? He had no shame about it. He didn't know he was being recorded though, because the dude who was recording him was behind him. The student who was recording him was behind him, all low key with it. He was like, and then the students in the front, I think they did this as they baited him, because so there's melanated students. It was other races in there, like Hispanic and stuff like that. But the melanated students were the ones asking him these questions. He was talking to them, and he said, "I'm ethnocentric." He told them he's ethnocentric, right? Meaning, I believe my ethnicity is at the center. I think of my ethnicity from the center outward. I'm the focal point. We are the focal point. We are the best, right? So he told them that he believed that. And he said that he believed that everyone is subliminally or quietly, if they really truly admitted it, he believes that everyone is ethnocentric, that everyone believes that their race is better. Now, do y'all agree? Y'all agree or disagree? Because I know a lot of you niggas, a lot of y'all niggas, y'all be like, nigga, I'm God. And you are God. But everybody's God. I just want to make sure everybody know that. But is the Caucasian teacher right? Because he's telling this to melanated students, a classroom full of melanated students, that I believe my race is better than y'all. He said that shit. Go find the video, please. Because then the student asked him to say it again because another student pulled out his phone. The other student in front of him pulled out his phone and he said, and then the brother, so I think it was the Hispanic student pulled out his phone, and then the brother student, the melanated student, he said, say that again. And then the Caucasian, the teacher looked at the brother, he said, put that phone away. He said, nope, I've said it once already. I've explained myself. I'm not going to say it again, because he knew they was going to try to catch him on camera saying that. He didn't know the student behind him was like this. He was doing that the whole time. Caught his ass. Now, he was just being honest. Now, how many of your children's teachers you think actually think like this? Probably a whole lot of them. Maybe most of them. Who knows if they're Caucasian? But I want to know, did he have a point? Does everybody think their race is the best? And be honest. Be honest, niggas. Do everybody on the low think, nigga, we kind of icy up in this bitch, my nigga. Y'all niggas can't electric slide like we can, nigga. Nigga, y'all can't crip walk, nigga. Nigga. Y'all can't bust flows, nigga, like we can bust flows. I'm just saying. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying, is he right that most people think like that? I'm just, hey, you be the judge. I'm just saying. But you ain't supposed to be spouting that bullshit in the classroom to students. Let's get real with it. You're not supposed to be spouting that to students who are trying to learn, and they have developing minds, and you teaching them that you think that people who look like you are better than them. Now, luckily, we live in a world now where kids are able to go through social media and pick up alternative information that can counter that stuff, and that's what's going on right now. A lot of that stuff is going viral right now. So kids have alternative information being pumped into them other than what's being indoctrinated within the classroom, whatever is coming out of the teacher's mouth. And that includes the alphabet soup doctrine or curriculum that they're trying to put in schools. You have no control over what's going on in there. But those students were smart. Those were some smart little young brother. They was like, man, I don't trust you, man. They started talking back to him. Like, man, I can't even trust you, man. I don't trust you. Then that's when he said, say it again. After they said, I don't trust you, that's when he goes, say it again. That's when he told them, hey, put that camera down, boy. He said, you ain't about to catch me on camera doing nothing. So just know that this is going on in the classrooms, which is why you need to seriously think about what you gonna do and get your chillins out of them classrooms. Start homeschooling or getting them into a co-op where all of you think your values and ideals are pretty much the same for your kids, and you don't have to worry about them being indoctrinated with some bullcrap that has no bearing on their life whatsoever, on the well-being of their life whatsoever. Then, while that's popping, in Iran, they're about to kill 15,000 people. Did y'all hear about that shit? And real quick, shout out to the mods who are in the chat. Gwendolyn Bonner, Tish, Mel, Brian, and Jason. But did you guys hear they're about to kill 15,000 people in Iran? Now, this is fucked up. So, these are people who were protesting the hijab. You know, the women wear the head joint. They keep their heads and everything covered. So, consciousness is moving forward, everybody. Around the world, people are breaking free of slave mentalities all over the place. The fact that that a woman can't be seen, that you have to hide a woman's beauty so that it doesn't tempt the man is ridiculous. You're putting all the onus on the woman. No, man, you're supposed to have discipline within yourself. It ain't the woman's fault if she beautiful and you can't control yourself, nigga. So they had the protest, the hijab protest going on over there. It's like 15,000 students and, you know, youngsters. These are all mostly young people, right? Because obviously that's where the movement is. Now, I'll say this. That movement is engineered. They said they were going to try to engineer some unrest in Iran by trying to give them free satellite, trying to give them free satellite hookup, because through the Iranian government they can control what you can link to, from their satellites, from their system. But they were trying to send Starlink and shit over there and give them free satellites so that they could learn more information that was counter to the Iranian government's narrative, and then they can start these these unrest over there. So this is one of those. So that happened like some months ago. They said they were going to do that. Now, fast forward to today, and that's the culmination of the, you know, that plan that they had. So now they're protesting in the street over the hijab. This is barbaric and all this and that, whatever. So then they got all them people. They took all them people, I think, threw them in jail. They go and they put them, they have the death, they put them under the death sentence, or they're going to be tried under the death penalty for just protesting the hijab. Holy shit. Man, y'all don't understand how good you got it over in America. Do y'all understand? Y'all letting that shit go to waste? Not that this is the greatest shit in the world. Absolutely not. But this system was modeled off the Aboriginal system, which was a great system. It was a great system. So you are the inheritors of that information. But if you let it go to waste, you understand how hard it is to control you over here, because you have 50 individual states? Most everybody else is under one central government. They have to do what that central government says. You, under the Phoenician model, this is why they had this, because the Aboriginals over here are descendants of the ancient Phoenicians. So that model was city-states. What is a city-state? Those were cities that acted like states back in the day. They were autonomous. They were their own governments. Each city was its own government back in the day. And so that's what America's modeled off of. These states, these state governments are like that. They're all autonomous. We're supposed to be. They act like they are, but even because they act like they are today, they just can't directly come and implement bullshit on you. They have to work around the Constitution and under it and over it and through all this bullshit. They got to do so much stuff to counteract it, which is why they're trying to dismantle it at its very core. The very first thing being freedom of speech, which they call hate speech, which it took a big blow from the universe because Elon went and bought Twitter. I told you how the universe balances shit out. If they were trying to do this dishonestly and quiet people's speech, which vibration in the universe is everything, you're trying to take people's vibration, the essence of their life vibration away, then the universe is going to balance that. And they were trying to do that, and the universe said, oh, okay, all right, we'll let you do that. But the main thing you're using to do that with, we're going to take that away. How about that? They were like, oh, shit. Oh, damn. They never thought they was going to lose Twitter, but they did. And if y'all been seeing what's popping off, this nigga let Kanye back on. And when he let Kanye back on, the ADL, they went to everybody. You need to pull your dollars from Twitter. We need to pull your advertising dollars from Twitter. He's allowing hate speech back on the platform. Right after Kanye get on there. And Trump. But Trump ain't tweeted nothing. But Kanye did a couple of tweets. So you see how they trying to control the speech? But they can't do it. Because they lost their big, shiny control ball. They lost it. They don't have control over it no more. This nigga done fired everybody in the whole goddamn place. Literally damn near everybody is fired. Or they quit. This nigga done cleared out the whole goddamn place. So the universe will balance things out, everybody. I hope y'all know that. And then, speaking of over in the Muslim countries, if you see during the World Cup right now, where they wanted these people, you know, Americans and these sports athletes wanted to try to represent for the alphabet mafia, and they were like, so we're gonna wear colors, we're gonna wear the rainbow colors over here on our patch. The athletes were gonna wear a patch. The what's that? There was not a customer. What's the dude? A fan. There was a soccer fan who tried to get into the arena, and this nigga had the rainbow shirt on. I hate the fact that these niggas tried to take the rainbow and use it as their symbolism, because you don't have control over light, nigga. The light spectrum. That's bullshit. The fact that we even allow them to do that, to give them control over the light spectrum, is ridiculous. You can't control the light spectrum, nigga. You don't get that. That's not yours. Fuck out of here. But again, so this nigga went and wore, he went and wore that. And they were like, their law is, we don't promote that. We don't allow any of that shit over here. We don't allow no promotion of it, not a hide and hair nor a smell of that shit over in our country. You're not doing none of it. Now, you can have your own damn opinions, whether that's good or bad or not. However, that's the law over here. That's how we do shit over here. And so they're trying to come over there, and they're, again, this is how these motherfuckers do that shit. The colonizers of the world. They colonized they try to colonize everything. Now they're going over there trying to colonize their ideas. They're trying to colonize their mind with their ideas. Like, nigga, you don't think like us over here? You need to be more progressive and think like... No, motherfucker. Get that shit away from... We don't do that over here. And you're not going to implement that bullshit in, as far as thought, in our society to let that shit, you know, fester like a cancer, nigga, to where it grows, and now we lose control of our goddamn government and society like you are, America, with everybody flipping and wanting to be and not knowing whether they a man or a woman or this or that, or a cow or a fish or a cat, or nigga, get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't bringing that shit over here. So again, that's a plan though. Again, they're trying to implement this around the world because they trying to create this one world government. But Qatar was like, nigga, no. You are not going to colonize us with your ideas. Fuck out of here with that. And so the sports figures, they had it on their armband, but then when they found out, they were like, we're going to penalize y'all because we told you beforehand that just we don't allow this. Somebody put the straight pride. There you go. For real. Somebody, but when they went and they found out that they were going to get penalized for having that on, they were like, oh, fuck that shit. They took the bands off. They were like, oh, nigga, we going to get penalized, nigga? Oh, shit. All right. Well, you ain't really about that life then. If you allow a penalization threat in the, you know, in the tournament to that make you take it off, then you ain't with that life. You ain't about that life. You just trying to start some bullshit. So I'm going to say that right there. Shout out to those people in Iran who protested and trying to get some, you know, some progressive ideas going over there. And trust me, that's the hijab. Now, again, that's their law. That's their thing. But apparently a lot of people don't like it. So that's why I'm saying against it. That's more of the patriarchy, the ruling family, the you know, the Sultan and all them over there, the main ruling family of the Saudi family. Excuse me, the Saudi family. They're the ones who want that implemented. So most of the people don't, especially women, they don't like wearing the headdress. So, man, I hope y'all get y'all, you know, the beautiful ladies of Iran are allowed to be seen at some point in time. But damn, if they kill 15,000 people, they're gonna have an international They're gonna have an international mess on their hands if they do that shit. So, last couple things. So children, they said children are getting sicker at twice the rate after the pandemic. After they locked you up and put the mask on and made your children breathe carbon dioxide for 2 damn years. Now, all of a sudden, we didn't know this was going to happen. Kids is getting sicker. What? Really? No. You don't say. Children who weren't allowed to breathe oxygen and enhance and build their immune system for 2 years, literally breathing in carbon dioxide, which breaks down your immune system. You're kidding me. They're getting sicker at twice the rate? No, I don't. That's fake news, buddy. That's fake news. Fuck out of here, bro. They are man. Who didn't know this was gonna happen? All the damn experts said this was about to happen. Now it's jumped off. Kids have no immune system anymore. So make sure you take care of your children. Keep their immune system up. Get that colloidal silver. OneSilverUSA.com. That's where you get the good silver, the nano silver. OneSilverUSA.com. And man, make sure you get your cleanse on and everything, man. Again, the plan has been out. This is world domination through health, because they understand the thing you fear most is dying. So if I make that the biggest fear in the world, then I got you. So, and then while they're doing that, the legislation, because all the Pandeezy stuff is dying down, but you're not going to see that. You're seeing it on the mainstream. They're not talking as much about it. But again, on the low, on the undercurrent, they're still implementing bills, legislation for the cupcakes. They're still implementing legislation for the cupcakes. So, give you an example. Excuse me. You can go to this organization called the National Vax Information Center. So the NVIC, right? Go to that. That's NVIC.org. These are people who track the cupcakes, all the cupcake mandates and bills in America. They follow everything. They go and they actually intervene and stop bills from being made. This is what I'm saying. Y'all got to get involved. These are a couple of Caucasian ladies who said, fuck this. These mandates are unlawful. They just went and started the goddamn, it's actually been around since 2010, but they started an organization. They say, we're going to fight back. So that's what I'm saying. You don't take nothing to do that. It just takes your desire to do it. Just do it. Get together, create organizations to fight back. So this NVIC, they are the watchdogs for the cupcakes in America. And so they did a breakdown, and they found out that since 2014, there have been or the cupcake related legislation that has been introduced since 2014 in cupcake, as y'all know. So the cupcake legislation has been since in 2014. It went from 91 bills being introduced into the government to 875 this year. 875 cupcake related bills have been introduced in law. And so this is state and federal. And so you understand, it's very good that your states are autonomous, because they can't implement one overall mandate. Each state has to agree to this individually, which most states, a lot of states are like, nope, we're not doing it. But there are some states who are doing it. They're trying to get them implemented. And so you have to understand and get involved and know what these are. Make your voice heard at these meetings where these things are coming up for you to make your voice heard. Again, if you guys aren't seen, you don't exist. That's what they think. If you ain't seen, you're not seen, you don't exist. So again, it's going to be on you to be like, hey nigga, you see me, nigga? Huh? Like, nigga, get all in their back. Hey nigga. You better start doing all that, nigga. You know you see me. So being vocal. So you can visit the NVIC advocate portal. So when you go to nvic.org, there's something called the advocate portal, and in there it'll take you to your state, and then you can see all of the legislation that's being implemented for cupcakes in your state and what you can do about it. So again, they're mashing out, they're introducing legal briefs in order to stop this legislation. Again, people out here working. I'm always going to ask, what the hell are you doing? Because I'm not here to make you think. Trust me. I don't sit down and I don't do these live streams because I like talking. Y'all already know. Shit, y'all lucky if y'all get me to do one of these a week. Shit, because I don't like talking. But again, The universe has entrusted me with information that I have to tell y'all. That I'm bound by obligation, universal obligation to relay to you because I've been entrusted with it. So again, I'm not here to make you think, I'm here to make you get off your ass. And if you ain't ready to do that, if you're not ready to do that, you need to turn this channel off. This ain't the channel for you. I promise you, it ain't. Because I'm gonna keep telling you, get off your ass and get something done. Stop letting these Caucasian people save you. So, and I don't want to hear, why are you always comparing Caucasian people to niggas all the time? We out here doing stuff. Well, let me see it. What you doing? I want to see it. Show it to me. I don't do lip service. Ain't about talking. I'm a fighter. If I hear you talking, I know you ain't ready to throw hands. I promise you that. Any nigga who talking in a fight ain't ready to fight. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you start talking, you say we about to fight, there ain't no other words, nigga, what's happening? That's what you gonna get. That's the only words you're gonna get from me. What's happening? We doing it or not? If not, shut the fuck up. So again, get in the damn game. Get in the game. And did I say LeBron was on Mount Coonmore? Because he damn sure is. LeBron, you are definitely on Mount Coonmore, Nick. Get your ass up there. LeBron is the king of Mount Coonmore. But so while that's going on, the G20, that's the top 20 financial countries or richest countries in the world with the greatest GDPs in the world. So then you got the G20 and then you got the G7, which was the G8 till they kicked out Russia. So G20, then the G7, and then those are the top 7 countries. So the G20 got some other niggas in there, got some lower cats in there, you know, a couple of lower countries, status-wise, not, you know. And so they're getting ready to implement, or they're talking about implementing. They want the WHO to implement a global health certificate. Did y'all hear about this? It's coming. The global health certificate. Go look for that shit. Basically, it's a digital passport. It has not the barcode, but the QR code. It's a digital passport. Because they're basically saying, well, if another Pandeezy happens, then everybody shouldn't be stopped. So if you've been doing good, if you've been taking your cupcakes and you've been doing everything that you can that the health department has been stating that you should do in order to be healthy, then you shouldn't be penalized. Why should your movement be stopped in society when you're doing everything that you should do? So this is how they coming at the shit. You're doing everything. Why do you need to be penalized? It's not your fault. It's not your fault that he's not cupcaked. Fuck you, man. That's how they thinking. That's how they coming with it. So the global health certificate is going to be the digital, the precursor to the digital passport, right? Remember, this social credit score, social system is coming, you guys. It's coming. They're trying to implement it. It's not necessarily imminent. They're trying to make it imminent. They can do it in other countries, like I said, because they have a central government that runs their whole country. We don't. We have individual states' rights and things of that nature. So we can push back against this stuff. But you can't push back if you don't know what to do. You can't drive a car if you don't know what a gas pedal is. If you don't know what an ignition is, if you don't know where I put this key? Oh, you put it in the radio and shit. Nigga, the car ain't gonna work like that. So again, you got to get on the game. You got to start learning the system, learning the rules, and then if the system falls, you can create a new one. Because it's imminent that the system as you know it is falling. It's gone. Sorry, Dion Spivey, thank you, brother. It's gone. So you need to, what are you going to do if it's gone? Are you going to be left out and wondering like everybody else in turmoil and chaos and be like, oh my God, what do we do? Oh my God, the system is falling, it's failed. Or are you going to be the ones like, okay, well, Let's get to work. All right, you get over there. Y'all create a bureau for this. Okay, you over there. Y'all, I need you to create a. You need to create a center for this. Okay, we need you to create an infrastructure for this. Okay, we need y'all to build up these laws. You gonna do that? You already got your boop, 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 boop. You know what to do. Most of y'all don't. And then they said the cat, dog, cat, and the WHO said that the measles are coming back. Y'all see that? Measles are imminent, is what they said. They're an imminent threat. Measles. Wait a minute. I thought the MMR took that shit out. Didn't that? They said nope, because of the lockdowns and all the rest of that stuff. Immune system's lower. And then they tried to say that because the children missed their regular round of cupcakes, that they're under cupcaked. They're under cupcake. Okay, my nigga. You trying to tell me, nigga, I ain't ate enough cupcakes? Huh? Hold up. Nigga, you ain't tried these sprinkles. You had the Krispy Kreme cupcake. Nigga, you had these sprinkles cupcake? You don't even know what sprinkles is? Oh, nigga, hold on. Let me hip you to something, my nigga. Let me hip you to something. Nigga, sprinkles cupcakes. Nigga, they killed the game. Be like, oh, shit. Wait a minute. Sprinkles? Nigga, That's what they're trying to do. Tell you that the measles is an imminent threat. No, they're not. Keep your immune system up. Take silver, take vitamin C, a lot of it, thousands, at least I would say if nothing's wrong with you, if you don't feel anything, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams a day. If you feel something coming on, I would say 6,000 milligrams a day. You can take as much vitamin C as you want. You just pee it out if you overload with it. So pile that up in your immune system. Build that immune system up, because they are still trying to push this on you. 875 cupcake-related pieces of legislation. Now, they're working against you. I think 400 of them, or something of them, were trying to turn against mandates. These were states that tried to implement legislation against mandates. But then you got the other half who tried to do it. So you got half that tried to do against, and then you still got 400 and something on 500 that's for mandates and all that type of stuff, cupcake mandates. So make sure y'all get out there and get your information. Y'all already know, if you need it, get over to the Know Your Rights Foundation and get your cupcake exemption cards right there if y'all need that. So last story is, did y'all hear about the FBI, the FBI? Did y'all hear that they raided the UFO researchers? A UFO researcher? 620. Everybody hit that like button. I want to see everybody in here hit that like button. Come on, y'all. The FBI raided a UFO researcher's crib. Like, raided it with guns and everything. This nigga don't do nothing but research UFOs. Why you raiding the UFO nigga house? Supposedly, a whistleblower gave him some information that he wasn't supposed to get on the aliens. The aliens. He got some whistleblower information on these aliens. And the FBI was like, boom! Give us the goddamn information, asshole! Where's the information on the aliens? Huh? They're like, goddamn, nigga. Why y'all busting in here if aliens aren't real? They ain't real, right? Ain't no such thing as an alien. UFOs are fake. Why you busting in my house? Talking about what alien information at? Something ain't adding up. But they busted in his house, guns and everything, jacked up all his UFO information. All of it. They took all his shit. So now, does that say that they're hiding information about aliens? I mean, does it allude, I don't know. Maybe he got some blueprints on, you know, on a new fighter jet or something. Not aliens. Can't be aliens. Why are the FBI breaking it? But we already know that they said that there's an alien galactic federation. We've heard about this many times. You got Space Force. Come on, y'all. We got the Egyptian cat, the Kemetan cat, who's the symbol for the Space Force. It's like, dude, again, they're about to tell you in a minute. At some point in time, real soon, they're about to release that they can't keep hiding it. If they're raiding just a regular researcher's house to try to hide the information, that means they can't stop the flow. They're trying to plug the leaks right now. One of them leaks is going to get out. They already have. They already have gotten out. Most people just haven't seen them. They've scrubbed the internet and pulled a lot of that stuff out. But if y'all know, the aliens is coming, y'all. Allegedly. We don't know. But apparently, they think they coming. Or they think they here. So that to me was kind of strange. When I saw that, I was like, okay, you don't raid my man's house unless he had some absolute definite information that some aliens was here and they was coming. And then the other thing, the Disney CEO. I wanted to talk about this because this involves the alphabet soup thing. Disney CEO, Disney just can't fire its regular CEO and hired Bob Iger, who was the former CEO, who quit right before the Pandeezy happened. Like, what a coincidence that you quit right before the Pandeezy happened. Like, you had no knowledge that we was about to have a Pandeezy. You just happened to quit at the exact time that we had a Pandeezy, right? So obviously he got some knowledge on what was going to happen. He pulled back. The other dude came in. So now Disney had implemented a lot of woke content, right? You see it now with the new movie Strange World or whatever that is, where the main character I think is gay or whatever, right? And they're supposed to be, trying to teach this to the kids. But they're doing it in so many different ways, and they came out and they had a meeting went viral where they said that no one stopped me from implementing my not so secret gay agenda. This is a person who was putting all kind of queer and gay stuff into the shows and movies and things of that nature. This is the product man, the product person. I mean the set designer. And so they're putting all this stuff in. And so all the stuff started to come back getting out, right? But this is all stuff that the former CEO had implemented because he wanted to go political. And so that ESG thing, I keep telling y'all about, the ESG score is running everything. You have to get this ESG score in order for you to be able to get funding, loans, investments, and things of that nature, right? So he had started this plan beforehand. He's the one who came up with Disney Plus. Then he let it go, and the other guy, Bob Chapek, he supposedly was not woke. He wanted to do away with the woke stuff. So basically, he was letting all the woke stuff fail, which is why you see Marvel hasn't done good in the last 2 years. This is supposed to be this story. So he was letting all the woke stuff fail for the last 2 years, and then he was gonna come in because last week he said there's some harsh changes that we need to make at Disney. Where going to be some firings. So Bob Iger, the former guy, he came in, he hired all these woke people and put them in Disney, right? Then he quit and he left Bob Chapek, the new dude, in charge of all these woke people when he's not woke. So damn, this shit is hot, Black Days, but damn. But so he left him in charge. He left him in charge of all the woke stuff, and they basically with their activism, they started to turn Disney even more woke. So he was like, all right, I'm just gonna let all this woke shit fail and then fire all the people for doing a bad job. He was getting ready to do that this last week, and then the dude came in and did a coup and took his job. He got fired. That's something like that shit usually never happens. The CEO of a company who just got renewed for 3 years usually never gets fired like that. That had to be some big plan behind the scenes. So what they said was that the major stockholders of Disney, which the main stockholder is Bob Iger, the former CEO, the major corporations who are stockholders are the same main three that you always see. Who is that? Mrs. B. Thank you. Man, thank everybody for hitting that super chat. Love y'all, man. The main three, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, right? The three main investment firms, the top three that have trillions of dollars in assets, right? So they're the main holders. They trying to implement this woke stuff in Disney. They're the main ones who wanted to do this. So they heard that he was getting ready to fire all the woke people in Disney and start and redo it and start trying to get all the woke shit out of there. They came and fired that nigga real quick. Like, nope, we doing this woke LGBT. We want this stuff. And they fired that nigga and brought in the new and brought in the old CEO as the new CEO so that he can continue with his plan of implementing woke content. Now, they're not necessarily going to be able to do it like they wanted to because this shit is not making money. Marvel ain't making money. Nowhere. So you heard that shit go woke, go broke. That's a real thing right now. They're not making money. So, you know, they're going to have to figure out something. But the reason I showed you that is to show you on the larger scale how they're trying to implement or to control the mind. They're trying to control the mind of the masses. Disney is the biggest company that brings you content. The biggest company. Marvel and Star Wars. They have the biggest, and then not to mention just their own Disney shit that they have from 100 years ago. So they have probably the most content out of anybody in the world, and they control it. And so that means they control the minds of billions of people, and that's why they're trying to implement this shit through these intellectual properties like Star Wars and Marvel. So just be aware and be careful about that. Just be aware of the content that you're consuming. I want y'all to be aware of the game that's going on and the war that's going on against your mind and against your children's mind, against your children's minds. You have to be involved. Ask them what they watching. Ask them what they learned in school. Ask them what the teacher tell you today. Huh? Did you tell the teacher that you was? Ask them that, because there may be something they trying to hide from you. Ask them, did the teacher tell you was a girl? If it's a son, did the teacher try to say that you was a girl today? Or if it's a boy, if it's a girl, did the teacher try to tell you that you a boy? Ask them these questions, because that's what's going on in these schools, and you're going to have to be crazy diligent about it in order to counteract it, or take your kids out of school. Do one or the other. But if you don't do it, don't be tripping when when your son, you know what I'm saying, starts wanting to be in the next Frozen movie as the star. Just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but hey, just saying, if you don't want that, you may want to be diligent and keep an eye on your kids, all right? And so make sure everybody, I'm taught y'all about the law, why y'all need that law. Please get out there and get the damn package. Get the package, please, for your people, for your kids, for yourself. Do yourself a favor. Get lawed up. I showed y'all 5 things or 4 or 5 things today that y'all should know about the law that could easily get you snatched up. Breaking the plane. Exclusionary rule, meaning if you pull you over and you ain't done nothing wrong, nothing that they find illegal, they can use. Talking to the popo. They can talk to you all they want before they arrest you. Told you all of that. So don't talk to them. That's why you say, I don't answer questions. Again, George Joe Brown, he said that 90% of people who go to jail, they do it to themselves. They either give up in a plea deal or they self-incriminate by talking too much. That's what he said. 90% in his 20-something years as a judge, nigga said 90-something% of the people give themselves up. Or because they don't have money to pay bail. So, right here, constitutional rights card lets police officers know what your rights are and what will happen at your police stop if they violate those rights. That qualified immunity card lets them know they lose that qualified immunity, which is their shield they get when they violate your rights, when they don't know that they violated your rights. But when you tell them, you're in danger of violating my rights, and you do it on camera, boom, you got them. So, and this is the law. This is the card that comes with it that has all the laws that back that up. Keep this in your car. I don't answer questions, officer, no matter what it is. I don't answer questions. And you know what? Did you guys know that you don't have to submit to a DUI? Do y'all know that? I'm pretty sure most of y'all didn't know that. If they suspect you of driving drunk, that's why that's also why they want you to roll your window down all the time. When they come up to you, only crack your window. You don't even have to roll your window down. In most states, it says you only have to display your ID or your driver's license to the police officer. It doesn't say you have to hand it to them. You can keep your window up and put it to the window, and your registration. They can hear you outside of the window. But if they say they can't, you can crack it a little bit. But the reason they want you to roll your window down is so they can say they smelled something in the car, coming from the car, an odor coming from the car. Alcohol, drug, anything. Like most of it is going to be weed. And you know you weren't smoking the weed, but that's what they use all the time. Especially if you're melanated and you look like you smoke weed. They'll always use, I smell something coming from the car. So when they pull you over, you keep that window rolled up and put your driver's license and your registration on the window. And if they want you to step out of the car, keep the window rolled up, step out of the car, and lock the door. Understand your rights. Boom. Keep this in your car. I don't answer questions. Boom. And see what they do. Then right here is everything you need to know about your rights. Dealing with popo at traffic stops and Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. That's that right there. Sit down, make your kids do book reports on this. Each chapter. I'm telling you, they aren't going to know what to do if we get our children into this and smashing. I show children killing the police officers all the time in police stop law class. Children, 17, 18-year-old kids smashing on police officers. Means you can do it too. And your children can do it too. So right here, get them to know your rights manual. Less them everything they need to know. And then when those police officers still keep violating your rights, go get that bond. Go get the police insurance. Either one. They have police insurance or a bond that's tied to their oath to the Constitution. So when they violate that oath to the Constitution, you can place a lien on their bond. That's Fourth Amendment rights. When they legally search you, all of that stuff, as soon as they violate that, you can go and get that bond for every time they violated your rights. They illegally search you. They legally pulled you over. They illegally detain. All of these things. So illegal detainment, illegal pat down, illegal search. All of these things are each is a count of a violation of your rights, and you can go after each one of those for whatever the bond is worth. $75,000 usually. So right here is where you find out where those bonds are held. These are the laws of the states that hold the bonds, so that you can go and find those bonds, all right? So right there, and then, a lot of y'all were ordering the deal last week, man. A lot of y'all ordered the triple flashcard deal. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it this week. So sorry if y'all didn't get the deal, but you can still get I'm putting the whole police stop law package in the deal if you buy the Great Book of Melanin Research. The research they've been doing on your melanin for the past 117 years, probably 118 years by now, but it's everything you need to know about your melanin, why they covet your melanin so much, why you are superheroes, and they have created a whole goddamn industry called Marvel and DC, where it's copying off of your history, all the great shit that you used to do in history in your cultures, and they've turned it into superhero shit. But it's because of your melanin right here, and the knowledge you would use with that melanin. So, and then, like I said, get your cards. I'm going to give you the flashcards, right? I'm going to give you the flashcards. What I'm going to do for you, because I'm not doing the flashcard deal. If you order, I will throw in, if you order this weekend, I'll throw in the crack scene religious. This is the liability card. So these legislations are, these bills through legislation are trying to say that you're mandated to do these things, right? In order to go here, in order to go there, in order to come here, they're trying to say that they want to implement these mandates. But the information is out there that these cupcakes don't help. They don't stop anything. They don't prevent anything. So again, they're liable if they force you to do that under duress by holding your job at bay. So right here, this states that they're liable for every second that they mandate you to have the cupcake in your bloodstream. They have to pay you for that. And right here is all of the adverse effects listed by the Cat Dog Cat. You can use the first initial to that, the Cat Dog Cat right here. All of these right here. I'll throw this in for free. But if you want this is the religious exemption. Please go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you want this one. This one is killing the game right now. There are so many lawsuits against the religious for people not being allowed to use the religious exemption. You can use this right now. This is a powerful thing. So get on over there, everybody, on knowyourrights.org if you want to order any of this stuff by itself. realnoggins.com if you want to order the Great Book of Melanin Research. I'll throw it in for free. And like I said, I'll throw this one in for free. And you also get the Alkaline Cookbook. Get the Alkaline Cookbook so you can keep yourself healthy. This comes in a digital form. So when I send you the email, this will be in digital form, just so you know. And make sure everybody, you go support everybody I talked about. If you want to do the cleanse with me, call Dr. Russell. I'm starting December 1st, y'all. Yeah, 2 months. Call Dr. Russell, though. He's going to hook you up. RussellHerbals.com. He's going to hook you up. Make sure you check out Weed Juice, Timmy Tight Top, everybody. And make sure y'all, hey, everybody, also, from the Zoe What Show, make sure y'all check out the Zoe What Show on Mondays. And make sure y'all get Zoe's book, y'all. Niggas dropping science on these relationships. The Shrouded Lighthouse, this is on Amazon. And also the Relationship Dismount. If y'all got problems, y'all trying to break up, you trying to do it nicely, trying to stay friends, you trying to do it with some couth and some decorum, get that book, Relationship Dismount. And then the Shrouded Lighthouse, that takes you into the transformation of yourself. All right. So make sure y'all hit that up. That's Zoe Williams, and it's on Amazon.com. Make sure y'all hooked it up. I'm out, y'all. I'm hungry as hell. I was hungry when I started this damn thing. I'm about to get me some food because I'm about to get it all out my system. I'm about to eat me some cookies. Might sip me a little drink, a little Bailey's dripping. I'm got to get it all out because come Thursday, it's all over for me. So hope y'all join me on the journey. I appreciate y'all. Thank everybody for hitting the super chat. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button on your way out. And I love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.